much clearer nowadays. We have internet access, we have social media. We can talk to people on the other side of the world. We also get information from people on the other side of the world. We know how to make the world better because we learn from other people. We learn that we eat less meat, we can drive electric cars to make the world a little bit better. We can put down the aircon, maybe not in here, but you can put down the aircon to make the world a little bit better. But isn't it strange, and you probably agree with me, that we surround us by single-use plastic every day. You know, in an average supermarket in Hong Kong, I counted, it's around 1 million kilometers of standing plastic staring at us every day. So if you put all these packages behind each other, it will be around 1 million kilometers. Isn't it also strange that we are willing to pay over 1,000 times too much for something which actually runs from our faucet at home? I'm talking about tap water, or in Hong Kong, filter tap water. We are willing to pay a lot for this. We even take it from Europe, from the forest there, or from Fiji. Did you know that 25% of the Fiji people live below poverty and hardly have any access to clean drinking water? Did you also know that around 1.3 million bottles are used in Hong Kong every day? 1.3 million bottles. That's really a lot. Most of it will be burned or end up in landfill because there's hardly any recycling in Hong Kong. But a lot of it will also end up on the shores of Hong Kong. I closely work together with the Hong Kong cleanup, and I know it's a mess on Hong Kong beaches. Of course, there's also nice beaches, but those have been cleaned up already for a long time. It's nice to clean up beaches, or it's not nice to clean up beaches, but it is a possibility to clean up beaches. But that's only a tiny percentage of actually what is floating into the ocean. Talking and being in this environmental business for a while, I discovered a documentary from Chris Jordan, and it actually explains what's happening to all this plastic which doesn't has to be cleaned up from the shores of Hong Kong or other places. It ends up on 5 places in the earth, in giant gyres, so-called plastic soup, and there it all gathers around. And it will touch the sea life over there. And I just want to show you a little tiny piece of this documentary to get an impression of what this plastic does to our environments.
Do we have the courage to face the realities of our time and allow ourselves to feel deeply enough that it transforms us and our future?
It's not nice to look at. Every time I have also troubles to start again with my presentation. You're kind of lucky you only have to look at once, but every presentation that I give, I have to look at it again. So it's kind of a trouble for me. But it's what I said, it's not nice to look at, but it's reality. It's far from away from home. It's just above Hawaii in one of these gyres. But it's happening at the moment, and it's affecting us. So then I thought, 3 years ago, when I saw a documentary just like this, I had to do something about it. But yeah, who am I in this big world with this big environmental disaster to change it? Do I stand on the barricade and shout out, don't use plastic bottles? I'm not a person like that, and I don't think I can make it in that way. So I decided to do something about it and start my social enterprise and actually look for the perfect bottle for drinking water. Yeah, I'm not a designer and I'm not a producer, so it's easy to say to make this bottle. But so then I sat down with 25 other entrepreneurs and we figured, why don't we ask the Dutch public? We have excellent designers in Holland. Dutch designers, please make us the perfect bottle for drinking water. But this bottle has to be special. It has to replace all the other bottles and it has to be an alternative. But also it has to be a messenger. So it has to be a very nice design. It has to look cool. But you have to tell a story also. We're talking education today. But I wanted to have some piece of a bottle which does the education itself. And yet, we found it. We call it Dopper. It's a unique design bottle by a Dutch designer, Rinke. And it's sustainable. You can use it for a long, long time. You can clean it very easily. And the nice thing about this model is that if you walk on the street, or if you are at the office, or at the gym, people will ask you, what is it? Because it looks kind of strange. And if they ask you, you must answer something. You don't say it's just for sports, probably. You bought it because you're part of this mission now. And you're going to tell the story where it's for. So actually educating people at the same time. Important to know, when this journey started, I also figured that around 1 billion people are living without any access to clean drinking water. That's a lot of people. So I decided right away that 10% from the net proceeds, so not the profits, but the net proceeds, will go to drinking water projects in Nepal. And we're going to educate people also in Western countries about reducing plastic waste and drinking water from the tap. The facilities, what we are building, are in Nepal. This is pictures from a project in Makrahar, where just 3,000 people are using our facilities. Not only drinking water, but also toilets. And also there, we teach people about education, about social hygienes, and we teach the men on plumbing how to maintain these facilities for the rest of their lives. Not only in Nepal we are teaching the people, but also in Western countries, as I said. We might make fun events and we do workshops to educate people on when it's safe to drink water from the tap. But also, is it possible to have one household with only one garbage bag a year? Yes, it's possible. So we're going to do these workshops as well. As I said, I'm on a mission and I want to tell it to everybody and have as much stage time as possible all around the world. So I decided to myself, I need to place 8 strategic embassies all around the world where we tell about the problem, but also about the solution, and actually about the fun solution. We started off in Haarlem. It's a place next to Amsterdam. In November, we started in San Francisco, and just last week, we signed a contract here in Hong Kong. Working closely together with the Hong Kong cleanup brings also education here to Hong Kong, and we want to tell people about it. And why I'm all telling you this? Important. I want to ask you that every new enterprise should be a social enterprise. Think before you start a business. And then also do it in a fun way. Make nice products, create nice events, and make the world a little bit better in that way. When we started with the Doppel, we did a flash mob 2.5 years ago. It was still very in at the moment, not anymore. But there's more. We made also a trash concert. That's also fun. You sing along with trash. That's fun. And at the moment we are cruising around the world with this giant wave made of rejected plastic bottles. And actually you can ride on it and tell your friends you're up to a clean ocean and you're riding the wave for clean ocean. So in that way you're actually also telling your friends where you're up to. You want to tell about your sustainable lifestyle and that you protect this sea life. Now you're on my same journey, and I will hope you'll get a Dopper soon, of course. This bottle is the message, and please bring the message across. Thank you.